What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm giving you some more rounds commentary, this time in the gi. This is from some of my morning class rounds that I got in. And honestly, these commentary videos are really beneficial for me too, because I am getting to see myself roll, see how things that I'm working on are working live, and kind of from like a bird's eye view. So that's been kind of cool. Hopefully they're beneficial to you as well. If you guys want to see me work on specific things or show you certain things in rounds, comment those down below, because I'm happy to improve certain areas and hopefully help you improve as well. If you like this video, like the video. Let's hop right into it. First round is with Ben here. He is a pretty big, pretty athletic purple belt. I would say he weighs a little bit over 200 pounds is my guess, which means I'm giving up 40 plus-ish pounds in this round. I get my grips and immediately pull, looking to get my De La Riva grip, and he does a good job of controlling my leg that's not De La Riva hooking, and he stuffs it between his legs and immediately starts turning my knees. This is bad for me because he's going to start driving his weight down. Luckily, in this position right here, because he stepped forward with his right leg, I'm able to hug under that leg, and I'm trying to use my hips kind of like a forward shrimp motion to sweep him to my left. So as I do that, he starts to step around, pummel his legs, and clear some of that control. So I grab onto his leg, looking to come up, and then I decide I'm going to belly down on an ankle lock. Now I'm on a single leg X position here, but I pummel my feet, putting my left leg into a butterfly hook on his knee pit, trying to keep bellying down, but he's just standing. He's trying to drive that foot to the mat. As he does it, starts to relieve some of the pressure on that grip, and I decide to switch legs. I was going to go for his other leg, but honestly, he's doing a really good job of defending here, and so I opt to come up into a leg drag position and try and pass. That's one of my favorite things to do while I'm passing, is have a collar grip, and I yank them up as I shoot my hips forward. It kind of gets like their legs to fly by me and makes for an easy pass sometimes. Luckily, he, well, unlucky for me, he does defend it by bringing that knee in. And you can see me trying to pin his hip with my left arm. That's how I keep him from recovering guard. Unfortunately, that gives him the ability to turtle, and I start sinking onto a front headlock arm-in guillotine control here. As he shoots that double, I switch sides, and I start attacking it. Right here, I don't have the arm in, though. I lost his arm in the double. So I've got a pretty strong high elbow, and right there, I actually thought he tapped. He didn't tap, so I let go. All right, I thought he tapped. So I let go, and he didn't actually tap, so we just kept going through the round. It doesn't matter to me when we're rolling. If I'd rather err on the side of caution when I'm rolling and let go early than put somebody unconscious or break somebody's arm. So he's pressuring me here, starting to drive his head down into my chest and belly, looking to settle the pass, but I'm able to turtle, keep him from settling, and he is starting to threaten the back takes and the turtle tacks now. Pulling me over, he's got a good like collar grip that he used to make space on my hip to get his hook in. Now my goal is to get my back flat to the mat so he can't control my back and trap that foot. He's also controlling my left arm, which makes it hard for me to frame on his leg. I want to capture his entire knee, basically work my way up his leg until I get to a better, more attackable guard. So right here, I opt to scoop under his leg. I wasn't able to trap his knee, so I scoop under his leg, go into a deep half. And as he defends that, I slip in a butterfly hook. Let's go back so you guys can see that transition here. Right here, I'm trying to frame, push his knee in, but he's keeping his leg heavy, and he's controlling my arm off and on, so I scoop under. Now, I slip my butterfly hook in. As he starts cutting that angle, I'm going to use that hook to elevate him and eventually pull my right leg out to get to a better guard. So I'm trying to get collar sleeve. It gives me a little bit more mobility, and the round ends. That was just a short round, so now I'm rolling with Dion. He is a relatively fresh blue belt. He's got the headgear on, so you know he's kind of special. But no, actually, he wrestled. He's susceptible to cauliflower ear, so working some stand-up, looking to get an ankle pick. He is really good at that fake guard pull ankle pick move, and he almost got me, so I try to do it to him, and he ends up shooting a single here. I love when wrestlers shoot because they leave their heads open a little bit, and I'm able to just stuff his head to the side and start sinking into an arm-in guillotine control. I want him on the ground, though. I don't want to be up in the air, so I snap him down, and as he's attacking, or as he's reaching to block my hip and prevent me from taking the back, that just gives me another avenue towards grabbing his neck. Now here, I failed. That was a terrible guillotine attempt. What I need to do is get my leg, my right leg, up on his back. That would be the opposite side that his head's on. The reason I need to do that is because if he hops over my guard, which is what he does, then I'm in side control and that guillotine is useless. So I put the wrong leg up. That's definitely just an error in judgment. I thought I could keep my control, but he does a good job defending, and I use the underhook to come up. Now he's threatening a short arm Darce. He's super strong. He's got really good front headlock control, and he's threatening that front arm Darce, but as he circles to the turtle, let's go back there. As he circles to the turtle, I'm holding his wrist, which gives me the ability to slip an underhook in, and basically, as he tries to take my back, I just sit to a butterfly guard. This is a really dangerous position for Dion because all I have to do is tuck his left arm. And that's what I'm going to use to butterfly sweep him here. So yeah, control his arm, use the butterfly hook to elevate, and I get on top for a sweet butterfly sweep. Immediately looking to set up like a little bit of a headlock grip here. I'm not really too worried about passing, but that knee's the only thing stopping me. So I kind of just stuff his leg and use it to settle my mount position. Opting to let go of the neck. I don't like cranking people's neck unless the choke is like actually clean and on. So looking to set up a cross collar choke now. Basically just channel my inner Hodger Gracie. My main mistake is that I'm working my hips up too high too early. I should be trying to flatten him by locking my ankles under his legs, just adding pressure until I get my first grip rather than staying high. Dion does a good job. He gets on his side and he starts trapping that foot. Or really just shrimping and recovering his guard, but I recognize that early and I'm able to just hop over. Like right here, when Dion's on his side, he has a better chance at recovering guard. As soon as he goes flat to try and trap, all I have to do is switch my leg over and I'm in side control. I've got isolation on this far arm here, so I can set up a Kimura. I can look to set up a key lock, but he kind of uses a ghost escape to change the angle, and we end up on the other side, which is fine by me. Now to mount, I really love when they're really forcing themselves on their side facing me. I love slapping their knee down and stepping over at the same time. It's much different than just throwing my leg. But I'm able to get the mount, resettle. He did all that work to escape, and now we're back to square one for him. Just like some of my previous videos, I've been working on setting up this Kimura trap and attacking from it. So you can see me isolating this arm, my goal being for my right arm to go under and for me to be able to connect my figure four with my hands. Now, obviously, I can't Kimura from mount, so I let go of the mount and roll over his shoulder, putting me into a crucifix position. With this position, I have a couple options. I can keep attacking this arm. I can go for a choke. I can go for the leg arm bar with my legs. But I end up kind of passing my leg over his head. This will give me more access to his shoulder for like an arm bar or a potential shoulder lock. And if I lock my feet here, it's kind of like a reverse triangle where he'll just have a hard time using his left hand to defend. I know that if he is able to connect his hands, he's strong enough to where I'm not going to be able to break those grips again. So really just trying to keep his hands separated and focus all of my offense on this wrist here. Now I'm going for the arm bar, but he's keeping his arm bent, and I decide to be a little lazy and just bend his wrist for the wrist lock.
Cool.
Reset standing. Let's see what I end up doing here. Getting a little stand up going. I get my grips, pull immediately, kind of work my comp game here. Start setting up a shin to shin, but as I lose that connection, I just go to my half guard, my home. This is my base of operations. I'm able to lock up the figure four again. The main problem that I'm dealing with is his head is really far forward. I can't get my left leg over his back. I'm not long enough to start hooking there to threaten a choi bar. And really, it's not a choi bar until I get over his neck anyways. So I'm just too underneath him to threaten that Kimura grip really effectively. Using kind of a half butterfly and an underhook here, I'm going to try and sweep him to his left. But really, I just use it to get space. He falls over. He starts threatening some leg locks that I don't think he's very confident in yet. I'm just trying to play bottom, so I just stay on the ground and let him come up. Boom, getting the Kimura grip again. I'm just hunting that grip in every single one of my rounds. And again, you guys see where his right arm is over my hip? If his arm was under my hips, like if my hips were exposed here, I could start setting up the choi bar. But because he's covering my hips, I really just need to focus on sweeping him, unfortunately. The choi bar is not as accessible. Sitting up into another butterfly position, he threatens a guillotine, knowing that he wants to get me back for that, but doesn't have good control over my chin, and I'm able to just pass off of that position, really keeping my chest heavy on his hips. again, anytime they turn towards me, I block that close hip so they can't recover guard. He goes for the turtle because I'm basically allowing him to turn towards me.
Really?
And that gives me a sweet grip on his head, tucking my elbow to my hip, giving me a really tight guillotine control here. I'm not sure if I finished this, honestly. I'm not completely on the neck yet, so I come back up on my knees, reset my grips, and make sure I fall to my hip. You guys can see he tried to hop over the leg this time. Unfortunately, my leg was prepared, and I caught him. And this is a really tight choke. I'm able to get the guillotine. There you have it, guys. 2 rounds. One was a little bit short, but 2 rounds in the gi with some of my students here in the morning class. Really right now, just kind of getting in the mindset for competition. This is about a week out from my super fight, which is this weekend. When you guys see this, it'll probably be last weekend, but you know what I'm saying. Really just trying to get in the competition mindset. I don't like to roll super crazy aggressive with my students in the morning class. Really just kind of play, look for attacks, and in these situations, I'm really trying to hunt those front headlocks and the Kimura Trap Armbar series that I've been focused on since I had that competition a few weeks ago. So again, if you like the video, subscribe if you want to see more videos like this in the future. I'm going to keep making them, hopefully pump out more of these. I roll every day, so if I can get some footage, I'll make one of these. Let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching. As always, stay consistent, go hard.